Thanks for the opportunity. First of all, Minister, in the line of business, there's some good things in the budget. It's welcome. We need to keep people employed in this country. But I hope it's not cumbersome. That's the one thing I hope. Because if we make it cumbersome, the reality is we're going to lose a lot of jobs. I love the way figures are done. I'm after coming from MEG committee. The voted expenditure last year was 1.76 billion. We were told the other day that there was 179 million extra for agriculture. Funnily enough, 1.8 billion is what Minister McGrath read out in his Dáil speech, and 1.76 the year before is 40 million, even though there's 30 million going to Board Bia, and there's 4 more million going for infrastructure for Brexit. So the reality of it is that figures can look good at times, but in my opinion, the agricultural sector has not got anything extra. Yes, we need to put things in place for Brexit and make sure that the likes of ports for our meat there's an easy passage. But if there's a tariff, who's going to pay that? Are we going to see farmers like 1974 when cattle were left on the side of the road? Or are we going to put something right in place to make sure that these farmers can continue to supply their meat? Ironically enough, it's unusual to see, before we've got PGI status, that we're promoting our beef in England, grass-fed beef, the same thing as we're doing under the PGI, because you'd imagine if you're a horse dealer, you'd get your PGI status, be up and running, and then promote it to try and get into a higher level. But ironically enough, we're not doing that at the moment. The one thing that is going to cripple the people in rural Ireland is the carbon tax, because, and many of you here come from a farming background, if it's making silage, if it's topping, no matter what you're doing in the farm, you need a tractor. And we'll be hearing the story threeped out by many a minister telling us, oh, there's a double taxation for the farmer, and you know you're right. But the reality of it is that 90% of the work is done. I read an article in Agriland over the next 10 years, one contractor that cuts silage said that it'll be 130 or 150,000 extra. Now, at the moment, I know Tesla are talking about something today electric, but there isn't the alternative out there. And we have decided, as a government, because we're playing ball with the Greens, because we're linking up to them, that we're going to cripple the farming community with this carbon tax. And not alone them, but have a young couple and tell me one politician that can say, if you're over 25,000, what do you get in this country? What do you get when you go fill in any form? Unfortunately, they'll tell you, in County Galway or Roscommon, if you're over like 25,500, you're above social housing, so bye-bye. If your kids are going to school, bye-bye, no back to school loans. If your husband and wife working, having a mortgage, going to college, kids over and on 25,000 each or 30,000, it's over. They don't get anything. These are the people that's paying everything and getting nothing. And no one seems to be bothered about the money. Give them more medicine. Give them more hardship. These are the people that has brought this country in 2010 right up to where it is today, the people that has worked hard. And what do? On their home heating aisle, that might keep them warm when they get home at night, we'll take another €100 this year off them on their home heating aisle. In their cars, I'm sure we'll knock another €90 or €100 on carbon tax out of them. And sure, for good measure then, we'll make them pay more tax in the car. More tax in a car that the same people that were in government, the Greens, when Mr Gormley was there in 2009 or 10, he that decided to bring in these bans of tax and told everyone go and buy diesel. And now, just on the press of a button or the stroke of a vote, and to make it even smarter and more cunning, we'll put it into legislation the way that you're shafted forever and a day, and that the rural TDs won't have the embarrassment of voting with their government to shaft the people in Middle Ireland. Now, if that's justice, I don't know what politics is about. We're supposed to try and look after people. And I don't want to be critical. There are good things in the budget. There are things that will help business. But my God, We have 14 billion of an agricultural sector that exports out of this country. We have 300,000 people directly or indirectly employed in it. And we have decided to kick them in the goolies. We have also decided that the people in Middle Ireland, the people that get up early in the morning, as our Taoiseach once said, the people that go out to work, or sure we'll knock another bit of money out of them. Show me over 25,000 what they'll get. They won't get retrofitting. Yeah, they will if they have 30 more grand to match it, like. But this is living in reality, not the cuckoo world that some of the Greens decide to live in when they have buses and luces and all these other things up their ass in Dublin. When you go down the country, you nearly take a photo of a bus to see one. Not
Deputy,
what's in Dublin. Thank you very much.
We're out of time.